To local news now, and Tasmania's Premier Lara Giddings is standing by allegations that environmentalists have engaged in tree spiking. The comments have outraged conservation groups who are calling for an apology and fear the comments will encourage vigilantism. The opposition says the Premier's words are evidence of a growing divide between Labor and the Greens.
For conservationists, these were words of war, spoken in the same breath as the Premier's call for peace.
Where members of the forest industry can go to work and not be frightened that they might lose their life because of a tree spike. That's what we're talking about here. This is serious business that we're talking about here.
The Premier linked tree spiking with environmentalists fighting for their cause.
And in fact, I've seen some. I have seen some, and I believe there's been complaints made to police because of it.
Well, Premier, where did you see them? Who had them? And why didn't you make that public at the time?
No further information has been provided by the Premier today, but in a statement she stood by her comments. It's understood a bolt was found in a log being processed at Tar Ann's veneer mill on Thursday during a tour by the Premier. Workplace Standards will visit the mill in Huonville tomorrow to investigate.
Some metal has been found in one of the logs that went through the mill last week. That's a serious health and safety issue, no matter what the cause or origin of it.
While the Premier yesterday said tree spiking by environmentalists had been a threat to workers for years, the union says it hasn't heard of it happening since the 1970s.
The Huon Valley Environment Centre is committed to non-violence, and we have never engaged in tree spiking.
Conservation groups want the Premier to apologise, amid fears her words will promote vigilantism.
It will encourage people to take the law into their own hands, and I'm certain that as a result of this, innocent people are now under threat.
There are also claims the Labor-Green alliance is under threat.
It begs the question, why is Mr McKim in her cabinet when they're clearly at odds over this forest issue and there's a massive divide in government?
Kim Booth says Ms Giddings' words won't affect how Parliament operates, but they do raise questions about her capacity as leader. The Premier is calling for calm. Fiona, Blackwood, ABC News.